Good morning, students. So today we are going to revise our next topic in chapter human reproduction, and that is gametogenesis. Student, as the name itself indicate, gametogenesis is the process of formation of mature gametes from the male and female sex organs. As you know that the primary sex organs in males is a testis, and in females, these primary sex organs are ovaries. So both the testes and the ovaries, at the stage of reproduction, they produce gametes. And these gametes, they are the haploid cells. So testes, they produce sperms, which are male gametes, and ovaries, they produced ova, which are the female gametes. So this entire process of production of these gametes by their respective sex organ, it is called gametogenesis. So gametogenesis is of two types, spermatogenesis and oogenesis. So first of all, we will revise the spermatogenesis. And what is spermatogenesis? Spermatogenesis is the process of formation of spermatozoa or sperm from the testis of the male. So you know that in testis, during the stage of development or reproduction, immature male germ cells are present. So these immature male germ cells, they are known as spermatogonia. And these spermatogonia cells later produced sperms by the process of spermatogenesis. So these spermatogonia cells, they are present on the inside wall of the seminiferous tubules, which are highly coiled structure present in the testicular lobules. So these spermatogonia cells, they later multiply by mitotic division, and in this way they increase their number. So as you know, these spermatogonia, they are the mother cells of a sperm, so they are diploid, and they have 46 number of chromosomes. Now, not all the spermatogonia, they undergoes meiosis. Some of the spermatogonia cells present inside the inner wall of the seminiferous tubules, they are undergoing the process of meiosis. And this group of spermatogonia cells, they are called as primary spermatocytes. Now these primary spermatocytes, they complete the first meiotic division, and after this, they form two equal haploid cells. And these two equal haploid cells have 23 number of chromosomes, and they are called secondary spermatocytes. Now what happened? These secondary spermatocyte, they later undergoes the process of second meiotic division, which is equivalent to mitosis, and they produce 4 equal haploid spermatids. So all of these, they again contains 23 chromosome and 4 equal haploid spermatids are formed. And these spermatids, they are transformed into spermatozoa or the sperm by the process, and that process is known as spermiogenesis. So what is spermiogenesis? It is the transformation of spermatids into spermatozoa or the sperms. A student, after spermiogenesis, the sperm heads become embedded in the Sertoli cells. And you know the function of Sertoli cells. These Sertoli cells, they provide nourishment to these sperms. And after getting nourishment, the sperms, they becomes mature, and they are finally released from the seminiferous tubules. And by a process, and that process is known as spermiation. So what is spermiation? Spermiation is a process in which the sperms, that is the mature sperms, after getting nourishment by dipping their heads in the Sertoli cells, they released from the seminiferous tubule, and the process is called spermation. So that's all about the spermatogenesis student. Now have a look over the hormonal control of this spermatogenesis. So what happens when the male reaches the stage of puberty? Then significant changes takes place in the male body, because at this stage there are so many hormonal changes in the body of the male. So at the stage of puberty, there is a significant increase in the secretion of gonadotropin releasing hormone, and this is a hypothalamic hormone. Now these increased levels of gonadotropin releasing hormone, it acts on the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland, that is adenohypophysis, and later it stimulates the secretion of two gonadotropins from the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland, and these are luteinizing hormone LH and follicle stimulating hormone, that is FSH. Student, what is the function of this LH hormone? So this LH hormone, it acts on the Leydig cells. You also know the another name of Leydig cells. These are also called as interstitial cells because they are present in the interstitial spaces of the seminiferous tubules. So this LH hormone, luteinizing hormone, acts on the Leydig cells and stimulates the secretion and synthesis of male sex hormones, collectively called androgens. Now these androgens, they in turn stimulate the process of spermatogenesis. Now what is the function of FSH? So this follicle stimulating hormone, it acts on the Sertoli cells and it stimulates the Sertoli cells for the secretion of some factors which help in the process of spermiogenesis. You know that during spermiogenesis, the sperms, they get mature by dipping their head in the Sertoli cells, they get nourishment, and these mature sperms, they are released from the seminiferous tubules. So FSH hormone release certain factors which help in the process of spermiogenesis. The student, here the flow chart of spermatogenesis is visible on your screen. So see, first of all, spermatogonium cells are there and their number is initially less, but by dividing mitotically they increase their number. So many spermatogonia cells, they are present, and but not all of these spermatogonia cells, they undergoes meiosis. Some of the spermatogonia cells which undergoes meiotic division 1, they are known as primary spermatocytes. Now these primary spermatocytes, they complete the first meiotic division, and after this meiotic division, they form two equal haploid cells. And in this way, these two equal haploid cells, they undergo second meiotic division, which is mitosis actually, because if meiotic 2 is mitosis. So here, these primary spermatocytes, as they form two equal cells, which are known as secondary spermatocytes. Then these secondary spermatocytes, they later undergoes division. And after the second meiotic division, they form four equal haploid spermatids. And these spermatids, after getting nourishment from the Sertoli cells, they later transformed into sperms and they are released from the seminiferous tubules. So in this way, the mature sperms, they are formed. A student, here I have written the description about the structure of these sperms. So what is a sperm? The sperm is a male gamete in humans. So you know here that this sperm, it is microscopic structure and it composed of three components: head, middle piece and tail. And the whole body of the sperm, it is covered by a plasma membrane. So sperm head, it contains an elongated haploid nucleus. The anterior portion is of which is covered by a cap-like structure. And this cap-like structure is very important because it is acrosome. And this acrosome is filled by so many hydrolytic enzymes. So with the help of this cap-like structure acrosome, the sperm can easily penetrate the zona pellucida layer that is present outside the ovum. So it helps in the process of fertilization of ovum. Now about the middle piece. The middle piece, it possesses numerous mitochondria. And these mitochondria, they produce energy for the movement of the tail. And this facilitates sperm motility essential for fertilization. So how many sperms they are generally produced by human male? So human male ejaculates about 200 to 300 million sperms during first sexual intercourse. During one sexual intercourse instead of first. So all of these sperms, they are not of a normal motility. 60% sperms, they have normal shape and size, whereas at least 40% sperm must show vigorous motility. Now these sperms, after getting mature, they are released from the seminiferous tubule and they are later transported by male accessory duct. So the secretions from male accessory ducts, they are very much required, very much essential for the maturation and the motility of the sperm, because you know that the seminal plasma is rich in fructose, calcium ions, and so many enzymes. So this seminal plasma, along with the sperms, they actually constitute the seed. So here the diagram of the sperm is visible on your screen. So you can see very easily the acrosome, which is a cap-like structure containing hydrolytic enzyme for the penetration of zona pellucida layer, which surrounds the ovum. Then elongated nucleus is present. Next to the nucleus, the neck of the sperm is there, and the mitochondria is arranged in a spiral fashion, which is present in the middle piece of the sperm. It is energy source for the movement of the tail inside the female genital tract, and the whole body of the sperm is covered by plasma membrane. So these mitochondria, they provide necessary amount of energy that is required for showing motility inside the female genital tract. Yes, student. Tomorrow we will start with this oogenesis. So I'm not going to take this topic today because that is not easy for you to learn. So today revise the topic spermatogenesis, and tomorrow we will start with this topic oogenesis. So read the chapter. If you have any doubt, please send me your doubt and discuss with me. So that's all regarding spermatogenesis. So tomorrow we will study about oogenesis, the process that takes place in females. So that's all in today's lecture, student. Have a nice day.